Hello, my name is Aisha, and this is Vitamin Om Yoga. Today we're bringing a supremely nourishing practice meant to help you sleep better throughout the night. This practice is best suitable for right before bed, so maybe you've even brushed your teeth and done your little nighttime routine already. I highly recommend it. You can always press pause whenever you want to linger into something, or if you know that you need to catch an extra prop or so. As for props that I'll be cueing, it'll be a couple of blocks, and then you can also see that I'm sitting on this big blanket here. So I've chosen this blanket because I like it soft. You just choose whatever blanket you think you might enjoy laying down on. Let's lay down. Keep your blocks within just easy reach. And if you know you like a little support underneath the knees, then you can just bunch up your blanket. Or press pause and grab a bolster. All right. And you might already know that I think it's important that you don't just accept wherever you land, but rather play around a little bit to settle in. Very good. Once you've settled in, I want you to become aware of your whole body. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Allow your breath to naturally slow down. And just draw your awareness around your body to curiously notice where you're touching the blankets and the earth underneath you. What body parts are connecting and maybe even squishing in a little bit. And then notice other parts that are a little more suspended, maybe still touching your blanket in case you have a thick blanket, but a little bit more, or rather less, squished into earth. No right, no wrong. Well, you can probably feel your heels touching, your tail, your shoulders, your head. You're probably feeling a little bit more suspension around the ankles, maybe the back of the knees, maybe the low back, wrists, and neck. Now when you've been here for a little while, I want to give you one more time an opportunity to readjust, to sink in a little deeper. I'm going to walk you through a gentle body scan. And I just want you to think about relaxing all the areas that I mentioned. I want you to relax your head and your shoulders. I want you to relax your arms and your hands. I want you to relax your spine up and down and down and up. I invite you to relax all around your hips and tail. Now relax your glutes and thighs. Relaxing your shins and calves. You're doing great. Stay where you are and continue to relax your ankles and feet. Very good. And absolutely no worries if you're finding it a little bit hard to relax here on your back. We're just getting started. Kudos to you if you're already melting and releasing even the slightest. Let's bring our awareness to our breath and our breathing. And I don't want you to have to overthink about your breath or your breathing tonight. I just want you to consider breathing a little bit deeper. So relatively effortless, but just taking a little bit of longer exhales as well as inhales. Can you feel your breath moving your body? Maybe some body parts start to hike around or slide around or shift. No need to control it, just allow it to happen. Release any ideas that you have about correct or incorrect positions throughout the body here. And just allow it to quietly do its thing. You're doing great and you are perfect, right as you are and exactly as you shift and move. I invite you to be curious about the breath more than just feeling it move you? Can you feel it more side to side, top to bottom, front or back? Again, no right, no wrong, no judgment. Just feel your breath travel. So good. Let's just take about 3 more deep breaths right here. As lazy as you possibly can, just flip on over to your belly. If you want to take a little stretch, you can. So the head just stays in the same direction. And once we meet on our belly, we'll just take what probably is our most energetic pose for the night. And it's just a Salamba Bhujangasana, so Sphinx pose, with your elbows underneath your shoulders-ish. But instead of lifting your head up, can you allow your head to just droop and melt down? If you want to roll your head around a little bit, feel free. You're allowed. Trust your body. And then let's come into our crocodile pose, Makarasana. You're just going to plant your hands to make a little pillow for your head. If it's more comfortable to turn your nose to one side or the other, then that's fine too. Let's come on down. We're staying here for a while. Get comfortable. As you lay here on your belly, I want you again to bring your awareness to your breath and your breathing. And just notice that now you have slightly different little pressure points, slightly different parts of the body that are feeling a little maybe stretched and suspended. Whatever you feel is right. And if it doesn't feel good, then know that you can always Wiggle around and shift until it does. At this point, can you put a slight emphasis or making your exhales a little longer? So maybe use to your advantage the fact that there's a little extra pressure on your belly. And maybe allow gravity to squish the belly a little bit further with each breath out. Taking about 3 or 4 more deep breaths here. Again, we're moving really, really slow. You can start by just coming up onto your forearm, but we're traveling into a child's pose. So eventually, any way you like, come up onto your hands and knees. And then you can keep your knees apart or take them together, whichever you prefer. And just like we have been with every other posture, allow yourself some little wiggling and moving around to get into whatever's going to serve you best. And remember, you should have a block handy if you want to use it. Let's stay here for a little while. Still allowing each exhale to become a little deeper. And now you can feel your thighs helping press a little extra air out with each breath.
Go ahead and become aware of your breath once again. Maybe begin to breathe a little deeper. Gently begin to come up into a seat. And take your feet together, knees apart, for a seated Baddha Konasana. So diamond shape here in the legs. You may or may not need your blocks. You can hug your toes and just again let your head drop down. We're just taking about 3 or 4 more deep breaths here. Can you feel yourself melting a little bit deeper and further with each exhale? Good. Now let's come to lay down again. We're going to meet in that diamond shape with the legs one more time. But this time we'll have our whole back on the floor. And if you feel more comfortable shifting your feet a little further away from your backside or closer, that's fine. If you want to take your feet a little apart from each other, that's fine too. Give it a moment to figure out what's going to work best for you this evening. Allow yourself to stay and melt here. It is entirely okay if your breath is without effort and totally automatic. You can also, if you feel like you have the capacity, just begin again to make your exhales just a little bit longer. Now let's slowly move into our shavasana. Feel free to support your knees or just come to lay any way you like. Again, I'm going to walk you through a relaxation. I'm personally going to come up to a seat, but I want you to stay laying down. I want you to, again, feel the earth underneath you. And know that for as long as I'm talking, it is okay to shift or wiggle. What I say might even inspire you to a little movement. We'll start by bringing your powerful awareness to your feet. Relaxing both your feet, allowing them to become easy. Drawing your awareness around your ankles, allowing your awareness to relax your ankles. Slowly, slowly relaxing the calves and the shins. Relaxing all the way into both your knees. Allowing your soothing awareness to ease and release all the way around both your knees. Continuing to relax and release around both your thighs. Relaxing all the way from the skin to the center of the bone. Relaxing from the femur bone into the hip socket. Relaxing out into the glutes and the hips. Relaxing back in to the tail and all around the whole pelvis.
Continuing to relax gently, slowly, from the tail into the spine. Relaxing all around your lumbar spine. Relaxing your belly, your back, and your waist. Relaxing slowly, higher and higher throughout the spine, reaching the area that connects with the ribs. Relaxing your ribs. Relaxing your shoulders. Relaxing your chest. Can you even relax your armpits? Relax your arms all the way out into your wrists. Relaxing from the wrists out into the hands. Relaxing through each hand, each finger, all the way out into each fingertip. Continue to melt and let go all around the throat and the neck. Continue to relax the jaw, the back of the skull, the ears, the cheeks, and the temples. Relax the crown of the head and even the whole skull, including your nose, your eye sockets and eyes, even relaxing the forehead. Feel yourself as if you're floating in a cloud of effortlessness. Releasing all responsibilities. And just floating away on a cloud. This is how we finish our practice. Very well done. Getting some constructive rest. Now allow yourself to crawl, walk, or however get into bed for some sweet, nourishing sleep.